I think that we have opened people's eyes to the availability of a tool that works.
It's an effort to remove guns from dangerous people. The city attorney's office leading the way in an aggressive strategy to obtain gun violence restraining orders.
And Team 10 investigator Mecija took a deeper look at the issue. And Mel, this is affecting people of all ages.
It really is. You know, since the beginning of the year, they've obtained more than 24 of these restraining orders affecting teenagers to senior citizens. San Diego is the first city attorney's office in California to adopt such a coordinated effort. But some still have questions about how all of this is being carried out.
A .22 caliber pistol, 12-gauge shotgun, even a Chinese-made long gun with a bayonet. These are some of the weapons listed at homes where gun violence restraining orders were issued.
I think we all recognize that there are some people that should not have a gun.
It's a push to use a law City Attorney Mara Elliott said is underutilized. Now she's training law enforcement to use it more. These civil restraining orders prohibit someone from having a gun or ammunition. Law enforcement or close family members can request it if they're afraid someone will hurt themselves or others. A temporary order is issued until a hearing for a permanent one takes place.
Because it's not the city attorney or the police department making the determination that this person should not have the gun. Ultimately, it's somebody that's got no horse in the race whatsoever, a judge.
This law came after a 2014 murder spree near Santa Barbara. Elliot Rogers stabbed 3 young men to death, then shot and killed 3 others. His family reported mental health concerns before the shooting.
Before gun violence restraining order laws were passed in California, we had to wait for a tragedy. We don't have to wait anymore.
The city attorney's office represents law enforcement in court. In the past 5 months, it obtained 25 firearms restraining orders for adults around San Diego. They range in age from 19 to 81. 96% were men. About a quarter involved either current or former military. These numbers don't include minors, the city attorney said were connected to school shooting threats.
I had three pistols. 22s.
This man agreed to talk to me if we didn't identify him. He was one of those served with a firearms restraining order. According to him, a fight with his wife is what started this.
Did you threaten your wife?
No, not. We never have a violent thing.
A different story in the court petition. It said his wife was afraid. The 81-year-old threatened to shoot her and the neighbor. His son worried his parents were losing their sanity. It also showed he was arrested several years ago for domestic violence, but charges were dropped. Still, he calls the firearms restraining order unfair.
I think every case is different.
Do you feel you're an unsafe gun owner?
No.
That man's guns are with the San Diego Police Department. Under this law, you can surrender your guns to law enforcement. You can also sell them to or store them with a licensed firearms dealer.
A permanent restraining order lasts a year. It expires unless someone seeks an extension.
How do you balance between the safety of the public versus someone's civil rights?
We really thought about that before we pressed forward. We've done a lot to try to calm the nerves of those who are concerned about their Second Amendment rights.
Conceptually, the idea of taking firearms from criminals or people that are mentally unfit is something we stand behind.
Michael Schwartz with the San Diego County gun owners said there are still concerns after meeting with Mara Elliott.
If they've already broken the law, then we can take firearms from criminals or people that are mentally unfit. If they haven't broken the law or if they aren't deemed mentally unfit, then why are we taking firearms from them?
To that, the city attorney's office said orders are issued when it's not clear when or if a person will be charged or someone hasn't been convicted yet and the public needs protection.
Well, I'm hoping that it makes people feel safer and that we save lives, and I'm pretty convinced that we have done that.
The city attorney said it's still too early to determine any kind of trend with the people involved in these restraining orders. There is a proposal right now to expand this law, allowing co-workers and school employees to request these type of restraining orders. That is heading to the Senate. Mecija, Team 10.